Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan. For supportive oracle cards, Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Already shuffled. Let's go ahead. I want to put a little fan out here for some reason. This is Taurus. Taurus, okay. This one card wants to pull out of the bottom, which I haven't looked at yet, but we'll find it. Okay, I see. Taurus. Now, coming into this situation, I'm getting, you got the Four of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Hanged Man all at once, which is telling me you're aware of the reality of the situation. You like the situation as it is. When you came into it, well, as we're coming into whatever we're coming into, you like the situation as it is. You're trying to keep it there. Right now it seems like it's staying where it needs to stay, but the Four of Cups is telling me you're aware that there's a possibility that things might change. The situation seems like it's same old, same old. It keeps going the same way, the same way, the same way, but you're getting a lot of benefit from it, so you're like, so what? I like it. I like what I'm getting out of it, so I want to keep doing it. It's almost like if someone's doing the same workout day after day after day after day, and they may be getting bored with the workout, but they're getting the result they want, so they're like, you know what? I'm not going to mess with it because I'm getting the result I want. But it's also that same person going, you know what? It's almost like running outside. You're like, you could run outside until the weather gets cold, and once it starts snowing, maybe we'll change that. So it's kind of like realizing probably we're going to have to change how things are done at some point. Probably. Now, in the actual situation itself, other people are very bored with it, and they're looking to change things. And they have faith that, you know, it's working out. It is working out the way it needs to. That's the faith on top. But I feel like people are very bored with the way it is. And they want to change things. And I feel like there's even conversations about this. I actually feel when I'm seeing this face down, this is face down in the environment, which means this isn't happening yet. When it's face down like this, it's telling me it's not happening yet. But people are already gearing up and planning and getting things together to make a change. People are working towards a change. And as the conversations keep coming towards you, I'm getting, you got the shadow side between you and this other element, but don't let this hinder you. But there is going to be a problem here in the sense of like, there's a lot of like people getting bored. I feel like it's people getting bored. And I feel like you're like, yeah, I understand that, but we're getting so much out of this. There's so much good coming out of this. Why change it? Why do this? But other people are not backing off and they want things to change and they're pushing for this change. The fear card shows up on your side, kind of like, if we change this now, we might not get it back. What if we change this, lose the positive aspect of it, and then we can't get it back? And I feel like you're bothered by this. Just the fact that it's like right now what we have works. I know it's boring, but it works, and I don't want to change it because it works. But other people are like, no, I'm bored with it. We got to change it. We got to change it up. We got to change things. This isn't sustainable. Not like this. You're boring me to tears. I'm going to fall asleep. Can't do it. No. Somebody is definitely holding this to the side. It's face down, but they're pulling it together because they will make this change happen at some point. I get to the point where I feel like this comes at you so often. There's constant conversations constantly coming at you. They're beating you to death with this. Gotta change, gotta change, gotta change, gotta change. At some point, you finally, I feel like you're kind of like, all right, you're realizing, you're like, it's gonna change. At some point, it is gonna change, and you're accepting that, like, all right. At this point, you're realizing it's gonna change, and you're at this crossroads. Like, I can either go with it and try to direct that change and try to have some influence on that change, or I can go against it and cause problems, and actually that's not going to work for me because we're going to lose out a lot more. If I don't work with it, it causes a lot more problems. The change is going to happen. I know it. It's like you're getting it. You realize the change is going to happen, and you're kind of like, you know what? If I work with it, at least maybe I can have some influence on it. If I work against it, I'm kind of subject to what I get. So I think I'm going to work with it. And I feel like you're agreeing to work with it. You're agreeing to go towards this change. And the Six of Wands shows up like victory is happening in the whole situation. When you turn the tide and you're like, all right, I understand. It's getting boring. We got to change it. Let's change it. You are making people so happy that you're doing that they're honoring you in the sense of like, all right. And they're like, I feel like they're coming back towards you like, yes, and we don't want to lose that benefit we're getting from it. So let's see what we can change yet still keep the benefit we're getting. People are working with you. You've got the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like when you work towards this, when you go towards this energy, I feel like change is happening, but it seems to be like at a slow rate that you're okay with. And like it's kind of like testing. Let's test if this works. Can we change this a little bit and still keep the benefit? Okay, that works. Let's keep it. Let's try this. Okay, that didn't seem to work as well. We kind of lost some of the benefit. Let's put it back to what it was. All right, now that's stabilized. Let's try something else. Let's try something else. You know, let's put it back to where it was. All right, it's back stable again. Let's try. Okay, this looks like this was the good option. And I feel like you're working it out. Slow changes. It seems like it might go very slow, but I feel like people are working with you, and it's going slowly. And it's not like we're not changing everything at once. We're changing little pieces here, testing it. Does it work? All right, that does, that doesn't. If it works, we're keeping it. If it doesn't, we're going to put it back to the way it was. Let it stabilize. All right, let's try something else again. That type of feel. I feel like you're very happy with this. When you go the direction of this, I feel like the way it's changing, you're happy with that. The Nine of Pentacles is kind of like you're being honored, you're being listened to, you're keeping the benefit that you had before. It is getting a little bit new vitality, a new fresh breath of life to it. I'm getting the Ten of Cups in the environment with you and this person or people, plus the fruition. Like this is going to go into a much better place. With the fruition, I feel like that's going to go into a much better place. It's going to get better. It's going to be a bountiful harvest, if you will. It's kind of the fruition feel there, if you will. It's kind of a little different than harvest, I know. But I'm getting like things go a lot better. You're getting along with people. It all changes when you go with the energy. When you go with the energy, this goes a lot better for you and for everybody else. You're needed to do this. Like it's very important when you go with it that you can help give an influence to this and you can like regulate how this goes to keep the benefit so it's not lost. You know what I mean? It makes a big difference. Your attitude, your changing direction and going with it makes it better for everybody, including you, clearly. And that's it. All right. I think we're there. I'm going to wrap this up here. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.